Hello everyone and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I made a video about this heat press. I know you probably remember it. If you don't, I will make sure to leave a link to this video below this video. Well, PYDLife saw the video. Of course, they were concerned. You were concerned about me. I was concerned about myself. And PYDLife sent me another heat press. They gave me some suggestions for adjusting it. I'm going to try it out and I'm going to do what? Give you my full and honest opinion, just like I did the first time. At the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is unbox the new one. Move this one to the side and we will press a few things that I already have printed out. You ready? Let's get started. Okay, so I have the second heat press out of the box. I do not have it plugged in yet. I'm going to get it plugged in and power it on, and I am going to set my temperature. I think it was 356 degrees, and we will see how long it takes. Okay, correction. I'm going to let this heat up to 400 degrees for 60 seconds because remember when I pressed these PYDLife mini towels, I pressed these on 400 degrees for 60 seconds. I'm going to do another one and we will see how long it takes. So let me go ahead. I have it plugged in. I'm going to turn it on. There is a piece of plastic here at the top. Let me remove that. Okay, and I am going to open it. So far, so good. Okay, and let me set it to 400 degrees. I'm going to press set, and I'm going to set the time for 60 seconds. So the time is moving down to 60. Remember, one of the things I loved was that there was no beeping. So I'm going to press set. Now the green light is on here. It did not happen on this one. And I will let you know how long it takes to heat up to 400 degrees. The time is 47 minutes after the hour. I'll let you know how long it takes to get to 400 degrees. Okay, this heat press took 14 minutes to reach 400 degrees. Remember in the video when I did this one, it took 21 minutes. So that gave me enough time to do all of my lint rolling and taping and everything. So I am going to, what I didn't do is a pre-press. Let me do that. I am going to do a pre-press. Remember the biggest problem with this one was that once I closed it, I couldn't get it back open. Hopefully I don't have that problem. My husband has since adjusted this one and I haven't had a problem with it anymore. I want you to see that. Remember, I used to have to hold it in the front and all of that. Well, my husband adjusted this one and so I don't have any problems with it anymore. Let's see if this one will work the same as this one does now. Okay, so we're at 400 degrees. I'm gonna do a pre-press. Well, let me, scoop that in a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to try to do a pre-press. Closing it all the way down. I should be able to open it back up. And I can't. So on this heat press, my husband adjusted these two bolts so that once I turn this knob, both of these bolts turn at the same time. Hopefully my camera girl is able to pick that up. But this bolt at the top and this bolt at the bottom, both of these turn when I turn this knob, okay? So that's why I'm able to open and close this one without any force or any pressure or anything like that. On this one, I noticed that when I close this, so once I push this all the way down to do my pre-press and then I try to lift it back up, I'm going to have to hold this. It will not come up because this is not loosened enough. So my husband's gonna come loosen it up and I'll show you. So you can see that this bolt, when I turn this, that bolt is not moving, and this lower bolt is not moving the way that it was on here. So what I need him to do, oh, see, it's moving a little bit now. It's not loose enough. So he's gonna have to adjust this so that I'm able to open it and close it on my own. Okay, so my husband has adjusted the pressure. Both of these knobs will turn. So I've done a pre-press. Now I'm going to actually place the design on here. It is my logo. And I am going to press this. I'm going to use one sheet of butcher paper, the PYDLife butcher paper. And I'm going to press this on 400 degrees for 60 seconds. And it's counting down, so that's a good sign. And we will speed this part up. Lifting it up. Good that I can see the image on the butcher paper. And let's see what we see. Hopefully my camera girl can zoom in. Let me put on my gloves, it's hot. So far, so good. It's a little better. Ooh, that looks really good. Look at that. Look, and it just might be me because, you know, I love my what? Logo, and I love my name. Okay, that's beautiful. Now let's do this one. This one just says mama, mommy, mom, bruh. And I am going to do a quick pre-press. So far, so good. So you see the temperature has not reached back up to 400 degrees since I turned it off, but that's okay. I think it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. And I'm going to place this on here. Get another sheet of butcher paper. I'm going to fold it a little bit. All right, and we will press this for 60 seconds. So far, so good. All right, let's get a look at this one. Ooh, look at that. Very, very good. I love it. Even though I would not allow my kids to call me bruh, I do love this. I think this sublimated very nicely. All right, and now the last but not least, we're going to do a ceramic ornament the same way I did these ornaments. I do have to change the setting to 360 degrees. So I'm going to press set. I'm going to go down to 360. No beeping, so that's good. I'm going to press set again. I'm going to change the time to 250 seconds. I'm going to press set. I'm going to let the time start to decrease. I've already lint rolled this and I have the image taped down to one side. I'm going to use the same piece of butcher paper because there's nothing on it, literally nothing on it. And we will press this. The timer is working and I'll speed this part up. All right, let's see. Let's see. That's little dance moves. Okay, it's very hot. Let's see. Ooh, that looks really good. Look at that. So same process, same everything. I'm not going to sublimate the other side because you get it. You can definitely check out the video that I did the first time from the first heat press they sent. Let me tell you my final thoughts about this while it's still right here and just give you my, comparison. In this video, I had a hard time. I struggled. I thank God that my husband was here and he was able to open this because this could have been a disaster. With this one, I still needed my husband to help me because these two bolts have to be loosened in order for me to be able to get the press open and closed adequately with one hand, because I don't want to have to use this press or any press with two hands. So because he loosened this top bolt and this bottom bolt, this one at the top and this one at the bottom, I was able to use this with one hand. I didn't have to hold it here at the front. I'm not concerned about it tipping over or any of that. The timer worked. This one took 21 minutes to heat up. This one took 14 minutes to heat up. Both of these took longer than the Cricut Easy Press, which only took 3 minutes. I have not actually timed my big heat press to see how long it takes to heat up, but I will say that I know it takes a while. I'm definitely say it's going to take at least 10 minutes for that one to heat up to 400 degrees. So this one is 4 minutes more than that. Not much of a big deal. I don't think you have to have a husband in order to open this or loosen these bolts, but I definitely think you need some kind of tool, maybe a wrench or pliers. I'm not good with the names of the tools because my husband did it. And definitely that's his area of expertise, not mine. But I will say it's doable. Once again, this heat press is $199 on Amazon. And, I do feel like if this one had been loosened up, I wouldn't have had those problems. It doesn't answer the question about the timer on this one because I don't feel like the timer was working properly. I didn't have any problems with the timer on this one. But as with anything, I definitely suggest making your own forming your own opinion about it and making a decision on whether or not this one is right for you. The one thing I love about clamshell heat presses is that they are space savers because, I don't have to have space on the side of my heat press in order to use this. Everything is right here. I was able to open and close this one. He adjusted this one. I was able to open and close it. I don't see any problems with it at all now that both of the top bolt and the bottom bolt has been adjusted. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. If you still have any questions about it, please leave your questions below the video. I still love PYDLife as a company. I do think they are still reputable. I think that this one I had some problems with it, and this one I didn't. So, hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.